I just want to say, this is not me telling you to quit your job. This is not me telling you to quit your job. But if you take something away from this story, then I definitely want you to do with it what you please. But this is not me telling you to quit your job. Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy MJ here at MJ the Greatest on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube now officially. Back with this week's video. Huge shout out to y'all again. Every week I'm gonna do this, man. Shout out to y'all for the love, the comments, the supporting, the liking, the subscribing, everything y'all do to show love. I feel it each and every week, man. Shout out to y'all. But let's just get into the story time, man. So it's probably been about 1 full year now that I quit my job, and I have just been full-time business owner, full-time creative, full-time entrepreneur. And so I guess I kind of just want to walk y'all into why I made that decision, and basically how I got to here, pretty much. So just starting from the beginning, the last job I ever had was Chase Bank. So I was at Chase Bank at this time last year. Well, I think I was gone by this time last year, because I think I left there. I think I left Chase at like mid-June. But I don't know. Just now it kind of made sense for me to put out the video of like why I left and kind of give y'all that background. Anyway, Chase was really good. It was a great company to work for. The pay was pretty good, you know what I'm saying? I got to learn a lot. But honestly, when I wanted to work there, the only reason I ever wanted to work there, fun fact if y'all don't know, Chase is the biggest bank in the world. Most of the banks that we know, they're only domestic, like they only do business in America. Chase has banks worldwide. So you can go to pretty much any country in the world and you'll find a Chase. So making it, you know, like one of the most accessible banks in the world. That was a big reason I wanted to work there. And then I just wanted to learn a lot about money. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to learn about the things that I didn't know, so that moving forward I can have those tools in my pocket pretty much. And by this time, like I told y'all, like June, I had already been there for like a year. And I don't know if I said this in one of my videos before, but like when I was working at jobs, I would kind of give it like a year. Like after a year, if I didn't felt like I wanted to keep going, if I felt like I learned everything I needed to learn, or I just can't stay stagnant, you know what I'm saying? So I had basically gotten to a year at Chase, and it was just that. Like I figured like I learned everything I wanted to learn. I knew that I didn't want to move forward in banking, and I kind of just had to. It was like I told you guys in the video like before, I don't remember which one it was, but it was like it was a now or never moment, pretty much. How I told y'all how I got in the car accident, and then I basically left after the car accident. So, but anyway, that doesn't really justify or give you guys a good reason of like why I quit a good paying job and why I just kind of went off to do my own thing. So obviously I want to do my own thing. I've kind of had that mindset for about 5 years now, ever since, like, you know, 2020 happened. We all know what happened then. Something kind of just activated in me to kind of just really focus on building something in a life for myself. And what I came to realize, all of my jobs after 2020, was that none of them, like, it didn't matter how much time I put into those jobs, it was never really building me up, other than the fact of like I told y'all, once I learned those skills or learned what I wanted to learn from working at that specific place, it was kind of like I didn't feel the need to be there anymore, because I felt like I helped as much as I could help there, but I have more work to do elsewhere. And that feeling right there is really majorly why I quit. I started getting that feeling in about 2018, actually, of just like, I feel like I can do so much more than what it is that I'm doing, right? And so, so 2018, I was working at this really cool department here in the city where I'm at, and it was right in line with my major. It was, you know, it had a lot to do with water, and it was like, you know, ideally the perfect fit, right? And I had got the real cool opportunity to intern there for 2 summers, and the pay was great. I liked the manager that hired me. She was really nice, but I hated going. I hated going there. I hated getting up in the morning, putting on my work boots, putting on the uniform, driving there and doing it. Like, there was probably, like, on a normal day, I probably enjoyed like 25% of my day, and the rest of it was just like in the office doing like busy work, looking like you're busy, checking your email on your computer. Like, it's 2 tweets that that also kind of inspired this video. I'm gonna put them up here too, just so y'all can see. But that's basically like where I was at in my life. But anyway, so I had got the opportunity to do this internship, and it was dope. It was cool. You know, I got to see all the inner workings. I kind of felt like a professional. I was in that real like workforce setting. I got to, you know, meet a lot of people and things like that. And honestly, y'all, I cannot lie. Like, I was like, this is it. This is it. Like, this is what, like, we who else like kind of like wanted to rush to get, you know, to like adulthood so you can have a big job, or, you know what I'm saying, there's like a big boy job, a big girl job. Like, who else wanted to rush through their childhood and adolescence to get to adulthood so you could go work one of these jobs and like live that like fairy tale life? Like, I don't know who sold us that story that like a 9-to-5 is like a fairy tale dream life. Like, I don't know, but from the point that I was like old enough to work till I got to like graduate undergrad in college, I thought that was the life. Like, that was like, I had no problem graduating college, going to get a job, and just working that job for the next 20-30 years and retiring at 70. And like, you know, it's like they whoever the they is, they try to sell that to us like that's like a prize, like that's like it, like that's lit. Bro, that is so boring. That's so boring, bro. Like, I cannot explain it to y'all. And I'm telling y'all, like, this job, it literally matched my major. It was all these different things. I got, you know, the pay was well and all this, but it's just like, bro, it's so boring. I know I can do more. I know I'm built for more. I know I can help more. And so in 2018, I didn't know what that more was, but I knew that, like, this can't be it, right? Like, this can't be the life that people like brag about. Like, I gotta be honest, y'all. Like, there was nothing exciting to me about waking up every day and going to that job. Nothing. I like the money that came in, but so basically, let's just get down to the nitty gritty of it, right? I realized shortly after that I could spend my life building, working, striving to achieve somebody else's goal or agenda or build their company, or I could put all that same energy and effort into my own life, into my own companies, into my own ideas, and build myself up. Obviously, it's a longer route, right? Obviously, it's a longer route, but just like I told y'all in my video when I lost, where one word potentially lost me 100K, that 100K, that's just what I was worth 3-4 years ago. So I know right now in this moment, it's millions on my name, and I'm working to get billions. And that's all, it's all possible, but it would never have been possible if I was in somebody else's cubicle, or if I was in somebody else's office doing who knows what, you know what I'm saying? Like, who knows what, bro? And it's just like, I had to really take the risk and the leap of faith for myself. Like, I know this is not for everybody. That's why I started the video like this. But if you have that feeling of knowing that you meant for more, knowing that you want to go after, and it doesn't even have to be about money. This decision wasn't just about money, because obviously you don't just go from 0 to 100. You can, but that's not how the process goes. And even if, I'll tell you guys right now, even if I would have got that 100K back then, I would have never actually seen 100K. Like, how many people do y'all know that have jobs and they pay them $100,000 a year, how many of those people actually see a realized $100,000 in their bank account? No, the $100,000 is just what you make over the course of a year, but how many times do those people actually have $100,000? How many of us know millionaires? You know what I'm saying? And then so when you start looking around, you find out that, wait, nobody, almost anybody became a millionaire, became rich, became wealthy from working a 9-to-5. I'm sorry to break it to y'all. And this is not me, not like, you guys know I would never down y'all. You got to go do what you got to do at all times. And we're all in different situations and different realities. So I will never knock you guys for working any kind of job or doing any work that you got to do, because we got to do what we got to do out here. But the fact of the matter is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We don't know anybody with $100,000 that works a 9-to-5. We don't know any millionaires that work a 9-to-5. We don't know any billionaires that work a 9-to-5. Let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying? So even to go back to the 100K thing, it's like, okay, if they paying me 100K, what's the CEO making? What's the shareholders making? You know what I'm saying? So when you start to think about it deeper, you gotta realize, like, oh wait, all the people who really have things built those things for themselves, and then branched out and had a team and made it a big thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of the companies, the brands, the things that we know and love today, they were started by one person who branched out and built a team, and now it's an empire. You know what I'm saying? Like FedEx. Who would ever thought that FedEx was started by one person with $700? You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to that man. I can't remember his name, but he just passed on like a couple weeks ago, actually. So salute to him. But just think about, like, FedEx. Nobody thought FedEx was ever gonna last, because they were like, there's no way that people are gonna use a private shipping service when there's already USPS. There's some people that right now that argue today that FedEx is way better than USPS. So just think about it. You know what I'm saying? It didn't happen for him overnight. The first day he decided to open a company, of course it didn't go crazy, but he knew, he saw, if I put in the work for myself, if I build myself up, if I put that same time, energy, hustle, grit, determination, passion that I know that I have in me into my own passions, into my own desires, into my own dreams, I know where it can take me. I know where it can take us. Peace out, y'all. Catch y'all next week.